Okay. Woo! Alright. So, I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers' channels, and I'm gonna get rid of this real quick so it's just not as dizzying. But, oh, geez, okay. He took this quiz, and, well, it's right here, the 16personalities.com quiz. I believe it's free, but we're going to take it together. And by together, I mean you're going to watch me take it. It's supposed to take less than 12 minutes, answer honestly, try not to leave any neutral answers. Okay, that's really hard for me. You find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people. I slightly disagree. I have changed a lot since I was younger. When I was younger, I wouldn't step up to anyone. Now, I'm still a little nervous around people, but I kind of have to introduce myself to people. You often get so lost in thought that you ignore or forget your surroundings. I wouldn't say I do it all the time, but I do it sometimes, so we'll go with that. You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox. I don't like a messy inbox, but I never respond to my emails. I just read them and delete them, so we'll say slightly agree. You find it easy to stay relaxed and focused, even when there is some pressure. Yeah, I'd say so. I do freak out a lot, but, well, you do not usually initiate conversations. If it's too quiet and I'm around people that I'm not comfortable with, you betcha bottom dollar I am initiating some conversation. You rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity. I'd say that's slightly true. I'm kind of a nervous person. Ooh, 10 down. You feel superior to other people. I'm going to strongly disagree. If anything, I feel like I'm not. Being organized is more important to you than being adaptable. Strongly disagree, because my whole life I've had to be adaptable. You are usually highly motivated and energetic. Sometimes. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. I hate upsetting people. I do not like it at all, and I feel bad if I do. Oh, it didn't register. There we go. You often feel as if you have to justify yourself to other people. Yeah. Your home and work environments are no. You do not mind being at the center of attention. I don't mind it. I wanted to be an actor for quite some time, and that requires being the center of attention. And I'm a YouTuber, so I guess that's a thing. You consider yourself more practical than creative. Yeah. People can rarely upset you. It takes a lot, but here recently, well, it takes a lot. Excuse me. Your travel plans are usually well thought out. I don't really travel. It's often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings. I would disagree to that. I usually relate more to people's feelings than they do themselves. Your mood can change Your mood can change very quickly. In a discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities. I don't like lying, but I also don't like hurting people's feelings. But, yeah, I put the truth over hurting people, I guess. You rarely worry about how your actions affect other people. Yeah, I'm a little selfish. By a little, I mean a lot of selfish. You are often envious of others. An interesting book or video game is way more important. It's often better, than a social event, yes. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas. Disagree. You'll often find yourself lost in thought when you are walking in nature. Yes. If someone does not respond to your email quickly, you start worrying, I don't email people. As a parent, you would rather see your child grow up kind and smart. I want my kid to be smart. More smart than kind, because I don't want them getting tread on. You do not let other people influence your actions. Of course I do. Your dreams tend to focus on the real world and its events. No, I had a dream the other night that I don't even remember, but it was Scotty Sire. We went like camping or something, and I accidentally killed his wombat. I don't know, dreams are weird. It does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities at your new workplace. Yeah. You are more of a natural improviser than a careful planner. Yeah. Your emotions control you more than yes. You enjoy going to social events that involve dress up or roleplay? Yes. You often spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical yet intriguing ideas. Oh. You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan. Yeah. You are a relatively reserved and quiet person. Depends on whom around. If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees. Slightly agree. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence. I don't like thinking about that. Logic is usually more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions. I'm going to slightly disagree with that, mostly because I focus on my heart more than I do my logic. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list. I'll slightly agree to that. If your friend is sad about something, you are more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with the problem. You rarely feel insecure. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. I have all the difficulties with that. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. I mean, yeah, if you're right, you're right. You think that everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by facts or not. Nots. What? Everyone's views. So, like opinions. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, respected. Even if they're crazy, yeah. You feel more energetic. You know what? No, because Nazis. Let us go here. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people. No. You frequently misplace your things. Yes. You see yourself as very emotionally stable. Nope. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans. Yeah. You would not call yourself a dreamer. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people, as does pretty much everyone else. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. Sometimes. You worry too much what other people think. Yas. If the room is full, you stay closer to the walls, avoiding the center. Yeah. You have a tendency to procrastinate until there is not enough time to do everything. Yeah. You feel very anxious in stressful situations. You believe that it's more rewarding to be like others than to be powerful. No. You have always been interested in unconventional, ambiguous things. I mean, I've always been into magic. I don't know. Say maybe. You often take initiative in social situations. Now I do, yeah, it's a learned behavior. Okay. Okay. I am 58% introverted, 52% intuitive. I put 54% of my nature into thinking over feeling, which feels wrong off to me. Tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. I prospect over judge. I have a more turbulent identity. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's start reading. Logician personality. Okay, logician personality type is fairly rare, making up only 3% of the population. Okay, which is definitely a good thing for them, as there's nothing they'd be more unhappy about than being common. Ding ding, apparently. Logicians pride themselves on their attentiveness and creativity, their unique perspective and vigorous intellect, usually known as the philosopher, the architect, or the dreamy professor. Logicians have been responsible for many scientific discoveries throughout history. I'd like to see me trying to do anything scientific. The unexamined life is not worth living. We, I guess, are known for their brilliant theories and unrelenting logic. In fact, they are considered the most logically precise of all the personality types. They love patterns and spotting discrepancies between statements. Yeah, I do that to my mom a lot. Our words should always be taken with a grain of salt. Okay. It's not that they are dishonest, but people with the logician personality type tend to share thoughts that are not fully developed. Yeah. Using others as a sounding board for ideas and theories in a debate against themselves rather than as actual conversation partners. This may make them appear unreliable, but in reality, no one is more enthusiastic and capable of spotting a problem, drilling through the endless factors and details that encompasses the issue, and developing a unique, viable solution than us. Just don't expect punctual progress reports. Yeah, you got it. They may appear to drift about in an unending daydream. The logician's thought process is unceasing, and their minds buzz with ideas from the moment they wake up. The constant thinking can have the effect of making them look pensive and detached, and they are often conducting full-fledged debates in their own mind. But really, logicians are quite relaxed and friendly when they are with the people they know. Exactly. Or who share their interests. Yes. However, this can be replaced by overwhelming shyness when logician personalities are among unfamiliar faces, and friendly banter can quickly become combative if they believe their logical conclusions or theories are being criticized. This is creepy accurate. When logicians are particularly excited, the conversation can border on incoherence as they try to explain the daisy chain of logical conclusions that led to the formation of their latest idea. I have no idea what that said at all. I just spaced out while I was reading this. Oftentimes, logicians will opt to simply move on from a topic before it's ever understood. Example, just now. What they were trying to say rather than trying to lay things out in plain terms. The reverse can also be true when people explain their thought processes to logicians in terms of subjectivity and feeling. Imagine an immense complicated clockwork taking in every fact and idea possible. This is a lot of stuff. Processing them with a heavy dose of creative reasoning and returning the most logical sound result. Yeah, well, this is how logician mind works. And this type has little tolerance for emotional monkey wrench jamming their machines. Let those who would move the world first move themselves. For the logicians are unlikely to understand emotional complaints at all, and their friends won't find a bedrock of emotional support in them. That's not true. Not for me. People with the logician personality type would much rather make a series of logical suggestions for how to resolve the underlying issue, a perspective that is not always welcomed by their more sensitive companions. This will likely extend the most social conventions and goals as well, like planning dinners and getting married, as logicians are far more concerned with originality and efficient results. The one thing that really holds logicians back is their restless and pervasive fear of failure. Logician personalities are so prone to reassessing their own thoughts and theories, worrying that they've missed some critical piece of the puzzle, that they can stagnate, lost in an intangible world where their thoughts are never truly applied. Overcoming this self-doubt stands as the greatest challenge logicians are likely to face, but the intellectual gifts, big and small, bestowed on the world when they do makes it worth the fight. I'm on the same page as Bill Gates, Ellen Page, Kristen Stewart, and Albert Einstein. And these other people. Isaac Newton, Stanley, Aemon Targaryen, righteous. Lord Varys, okay, Neo. Leslie Winkle from The Big Bang Theory? What? Okay. Let's see what our strengths and weaknesses are. We're great analysts and abstract thinkers, imaginative and original, open-minded, enthusiastic, objective, honest, and straightforward. Our weaknesses, very private and withdrawn, yes. Insensitive, yeah. Absent-minded, yeah. Condescending, sometimes. Loathes rules and guidelines, eh. Second guesses themselves, yeah. Moving on. Relationships, ooh. When it comes to a romantic relationship, logicians have an interesting mixture of traits that often pleasantly surprise their partners. People with this personality type are always full of ideas, but they have few opportunities to explore their more romantic notions. As with any of their theories, logicians love sharing with others, and finally meeting someone where romantic thoughts are appropriate. They show themselves to be excited, enthusiastic, and even playful, flirting with wordplay and intellectual games. None of this is to say that these relationships come easily to logicians. They are shy and withdrawn individuals, and getting out and meeting new people, risking rejection, and making themselves the center of attention in emotionally delicate situations are far from being their strengths. It is more likely that logician personalities will leave a trail of breadcrumbs for a potential partner, allowing them to make the first move and committing to their partner as an act of reciprocation rather than bravado. Marry, a good wife makes happiness, a bad one philosophy. From the start, logicians take their relationship seriously, their imagination and vision, the challenge of getting to know new people, making them all too aware of how important it is that they're involved with someone, and they will provide themselves surprisingly loyal. Even early in the dating phase, logicians are usually direct and honest, doing their best to express their mindset and create mutual understanding, believing that this shared knowledge will help to minimize misunderstandings and avoid conflict. Ooh, parenthood! I'm skipping friendships because I'm a terrible friend. Alright, logician parents. And parenting roles with many social roles, logicians find themselves facing a robust but healthy challenge, not a naturally sensitive type. Logicians' personalities struggle to identify with the raw emotions and irrationality that are often standard with young children, who have yet to develop the sort of self-control and logical thinking that logicians take for granted. People with the logician personality type are nevertheless incredibly devoted, perhaps not in the traditional emotionally supportive sense, but they are parents who are committed to encouraging their growing children to think and act independently, seek out new knowledge, and voice and defend their own opinions. Okay? For logicians, knowledge is key, and they will do their best to give their children the tolerance and freedom necessary to acquire it. Logician parents take a relaxed intellectual approach towards their children, allowing them to explore the world around them and overlooking the more minor offenses along the way. Having no interest in exerting control over human beings, logicians are likely to allow their children to form their own principles, though they may take opportunities of the why phase and share their own perspective and ideas just in case. Ugh. Well, I'm done reading. I'm sure y'all are done listening. So yeah, that was me taking this quiz. I wanted to know what it would say about me, and it's very true, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. And yeah, please check out my other videos. His hair's on me. And yep, okay, thanks. Bye. Bye.